Clarion Books and Harper Audio present Shadowed by Carl Deuker. Performed by Adam Gerber. For Imogen. The author would like to thank Mary Wilcox and Amy Cloud, the editors of this book, for their guidance and encouragements. Before. 1. Before I get to basketball and creepy crawly and all that, you need to understand that soccer has always been a religion in my house. In my baby pictures, I'm wearing a Seattle Sounders jersey. My parents stuck me on my first team when I was 5. Before matches, my mom always said, "Nate, come back with your shield," or on it. I didn't get it until my sister Amelia told me that Caesar said that to his soldiers before battle. It means win or die, she explained. Mom was smiling, but it wasn't entirely a joke. My parents hoped that both Amelia and I would score soccer scholarships. A big-time college was their dream, but Southwest Louisiana State, if there is such a school, would work too. We're not poor, but nobody gets rich owning submarine sandwich shops, which is what my parents do. Amelia, she's 2 years older than me, is one of those sisters. Great athlete, A+ student, Swedish Hospital Volunteer of the Year, blah, blah, blah. At Salmon Bay K-8, teachers and coaches' eyes lit up when they learned I was Amelia's brother. Once they got to know me, the light dimmed. I'm not a bad student or a bad athlete. I'm just not Amelia. 2. I should have known that basketball is my game. At Salmon Bay, the best athletes in my class were Colin and Bo. I've never liked Colin, and I only sort of get along with Bo. No reason really, that's just the way it is. Colin is tall, with surfer boy hair and long arms. His father, who played on Finland's Olympic national team, was drafted in the second round by the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder cut him, but he played 11 years in Europe before moving to Seattle. When you're the best athlete in a school that goes from kindergarten through 8th grade, you call the shots. Colin wanted to play basketball, so every day we played basketball. Since Colin wanted Bo Dietz on his team, that happened too. I'm not saying that Bo, dark-haired, stocky, isn't a good athlete, but he wasn't better than me at hoops. He lives next door to Colin up in Sunset Hill, the fancy part of Ballard, and he has always been totally okay with being the guy who sets the screens and makes the passes that set Colin up to score a zillion points and be the star. In grade school, I liked the challenge of taking Colin on. I never had any basketball coaching, but I could shoot and dribble, which made me captain of the other team. Most games, we got crushed, but sometimes I'd catch fire, knock down a bunch of shots, and we'd win. Colin hated losing to me as much as I loved beating him. 3. The stuff with Lucas Cawley started when Mr. Krebs, the old guy across the street who let me feed his chickens, had a stroke. The night of Amelia's 8th grade graduation, we returned home to see him being loaded into an ambulance on a stretcher. 2 days later, his daughter came by to pick up the chickens and to tell my parents that her father was at a rehabilitation center. "He'll be back in a few months," my mom told her. "Your dad is tough." A few months went by, and then a few more. And then it was a year. A weird thing about houses is that they fall apart if no one lives in them. Moss grew on Mr. Krebs's roof. The paint peeled. Weeds took over the lawn and flower beds. One night in early June, burglars pried open the door to his shed and stole his tools. Mr. Krebs's daughter had the shed door fixed. Before she left, she put a "for rent" sign in front of the house. "Who would live in that dump?" Amelia asked my mom. "It'll be cheap," Mom answered, "so that'll help."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?